Right guys, I'd like to introduce you all to a 2004 Subaru Legacy RN. Massive thank you to Jacob for letting me take his pride and joy out today for a shoot. Now, let's set off and enjoy what is, in my opinion, one of the most interesting cars I've driven, because I've driven it a little bit. I've driven it for a couple of minutes already, just to get a feel for the car. The first thing I've thought about is, it's very luxurious in here. It's a very nice, airy, comfortable, luxury car in a way. It's got a great soundtrack to it from that V6 3-litre. Sort of like my Lexus, it sounds the same sort of pitch, tone, depthness as my Lexus when I had it. It's got a nice comfy feel, although we're on coilovers as well, quite low. It's got a good sense of presence and comfort and refinement, considering we are silly low in this thing. But let's go and find the road, let's go and enjoy this Subaru Legacy. On this car, it is a 2004 Subaru Legacy RN. It has the 3-litre V6, quite a nice burbly, powerful engine to go in, you know, a saloon of this shape. Produces around 245 brake horsepower from the factory. This one is running NITROS. Yep, it's running NITROS, and although unfortunately I won't be using it on this shoot, there is a couple of, you know, little bits that are going to come for this car. I am super intrigued to see what this is like when it does go on NITROS. But initial thoughts jumping in this thing, comfort wise, I can't get over. I never thought that a Legacy was going to be this comfortable and refined, and the steering wheel's really nice, and the interior is got a great feel to it. Sort of the grey plastics and subtle touches to the interior of this car make it really classy. Now you do get that V6 soundtrack, which sounds pretty good in this thing. It's got a decatted exhaust system with quad pipes at the back. Really, really cool looking, and I'm going to touch on the looks of this car. I think it's really, really cool. The camo effect has been brought to you by Jacob himself. It took 3 days to plaster it. All of the lines, all of the, you know, these little stencily features on this car makes it look so different from everything else driving on the road. And then you have the over fenders that are universal, have been done so well on this car to make it go so well with the exterior looks, and, you know, the fins on the back of it. It just looks so broad and so big going down the road. Sort of takes this Legacy from what it was, you know, this was wrapped satin blue, you know, like a sort of WRX rich blue, and it looked really good. But this is taking it to sort of another level where it's got some class inside, and it's got the comfort and everything that you could ever want in a daily driver. Automatic, you know, cruising machine, but it has that leery side, and when you're in it you don't really notice the leeriness of it, but when you step out you notice it big time. I do like the sound of it though. Equipment wise, you've got cruise control, you've got another tablet just up here that Jacob's put in for all the multimedia and sat nav and everything. In front of me you do have a voltmeter that's digital. You do have a fuel consumption and acceleration percentage as well, which I think is really cool. So you've got what is effectively race car dials in front of you in your luxury Legacy. It's a bit of a funny one, this, because it's got the luxury side, but you do have the MPG and an acceleration percentage meter in front of you to let you know performance-wise what you're up to. It's also touchscreen, so as you stop, you can look at your fuel range, you can look at current miles. The gauges are such a cool thing. I really do like the look of these gauges in these. It does take some traits from the Lexus side of stuff. And yeah, I know, although this isn't a Lexus brand, you know, and it's not a Lexus thing, that's the only thing I can sort of comparison this with is, you know, a Lexus that I've driven or owned, because it feels that way. It's comfy, it's got heated seats, it's an big automatic car, so, you know, it's got the comfort side dialed. It's got the burble from the V6 behind it. The awesome looks that Jacob has perfected on this thing. Yeah, I'm quite a big fan of this. It's slightly a shock to me, actually, because I was expecting a Subaru. You jump in it, it's a little bit racy, you know, plastics and stuff that you would get in a WRX. And don't get me wrong, that's a great thing. But I was definitely expecting that in this Legacy, but it's nothing like that. You come off and just poodle on the throttle. It's a lovely cruiser, it's quiet, refined. It's a really, really nice car to be in. So guys, let's have a quick look around this Subaru Legacy. Now, starting off with the exterior of this car. I love it. I know a lot of people, it's going to be controversial, but I love the look of this sort of design camo with the straight lines and stuff. Looks so good. With the J's Racing wheels as well, I quite like the contrast of the coppery gold with this sort of black, grey, lighter grey, white camo look. Coming down the side of the car, you have the universal overfenders. Done a really good job of getting these to fit on the car, you know, spacing out the wheels as well. 25mm at the front, and I think a 35 on the back. Bit of splitter at the front there as well. Just give it a bit more aggression. Really, really cool looking car, this. You've taken the sort of Legacy and give it a bit of a funky theme to it. You still have the gloss black of the actual car, because it's black originally with little fins across the top. Hoonigan, Nitrous Express just at the back there. Such a cool look though, blank sort of back with the tinted rear lights. The quad exhaust system just coming down here with a bit of a diffuse. Really, really cool look. Like the swoop of the rear camo coming into the boot of this car. Although it's not plumbed in, unfortunately. Nitrous Express bottle sat in the back of this car ready to be plumbed within the next couple of weeks, and then with the supercharger going in with it. So something to look forward to when I do shoot this car again. It'll be on nitrous and supercharged as well. Coming around this side, such a cool theme though. I love the theme of the camo. And again, this is Plasti Dip. I've played the Plasti Dip game before and it is such a nightmare. So 3 days worth of work to get it like this. Jacob has done well. Coming up front as well, you do have these custom lights with the indicator just in the center there, and the side just a really, really cool look. Coming inside the car, you do have pillarless doors on these, which are a really cool thing. So all of the doors are pillarless. Such a cool look. Coming inside though, you do have a full leather interior in this. Really, really comfortable, electrically adjustable, and it's sort of a luxury theme inside here with the tablet as well, just to give it a bit more of an update from the original Subaru multimedia system in the front there. Automatic gearbox in this as well, because this is a bit more of a cruiser really. It's a bit more of a luxury version of a Subaru, which is something I've never really been interested in before. I didn't really know that these Legacies were like this. So to me, this is a pretty cool car. The luxury side and the fact it looks like that, it's a bit of a winner in my books. Okay, so tipping the car into Tiptronic mode. Just on the gearbox down here, first gear. It gains traction quite quickly, and although these are still, you know, four-wheel drive, I think, don't quote me, but it's a 70-30 split, something like that on these. You still get a little bit of rear end traction lost if you really want it to, especially in snow, ice, you know, gravel, that sort of thing. It still has that Subaru trait, but you still have the Tiptronic mode, which is quite cool. I know a lot of people don't like autos, and I completely agree with that. A lot of them aren't very good, but this isn't trying to be really a sports car or anything, and you can still, you know, enthusiastically drive this thing, but it has the comfort level, which big fan of. Now I've got to admit, this is something that you would see on the set of some Hoonigans, Ken Block, Gymkhana video as like a daily driver of Ken Block's, obviously before he went to Ford. I think this is what this is sort of capturing, is that slight hoonigan era, you know, of Gymkhana, and that's the theme of this car, and I think it's pulled it off really well in a luxury daily driver, because I genuinely think this is luxury based. It's so comfortable in here. Let's talk about prices. You're going to be getting these really, really cheap for what you get. You get a lot of stuff in these: cruise control, climate control, lovely seats, heated seats, automatic transmission. You know, if you want that in a daily driver, this is your car. If you're not going to go Lexus, I would definitely look at one of these. MPG wise, yeah, everyone asks about those sort of things in these V6 cars. You're going to get about 19 to 20 MPG, which if you can't stomach, it's probably not the car for you. But if you can, and you like to be a little bit different as well, I think this is something you need to look at. Guys, if you did enjoy this video, please give it a like, subscribe if you haven't. I only had a little bit of time with this car to enjoy it. Check out fydapparel.com, cop yourself some FYD merch to support the channel. It means that I can make more cool content for you guys with cool cars like this one. And I'll see you all on the next video. Cheers, guys.